First statement. Buy it or sell it. The Saints are not a Super Bowl contender this season.
How can I buy every single share of that last statement right there? I mean, the Saints are not going to get anywhere near. They're going to social distance from the Super Bowl this year. They're not going to be anywhere close to contention. They're not that good of a team. They might win the division. They might not. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to get smacked in the first round. This team has honestly no shot at winning the Super Bowl unless they start Jameis Winston. Then things change.
Oh,
Then things
speaking
might
of a
change.
ceiling, speaking of a ceiling raiser, Jameis Winston. Yeah, you're right. The Saints, they could still definitely win the division. That's not out of the picture at all. But making it past the divisional round, or sorry, the wild card weekend now, then the divisional round, and then to the conference championship. That's they don't have enough. It's defense. I mean, we're kind of moving away from that with the whole Chiefs and Ravens stuff. But historically, a defense wins the championships, or you at least need the offense to put up some good amount of points. The Saints have neither.
Hold on, I'm gonna flip this segment on you one
Oh,
time, completely off the dome.
okay.
Buy or sell this statement. The Carolina Panthers are the best team in the NFC South.
Okay. As of right now, this week, they are. Are we going off of that after a week 5 performance?
No, I'm saying
Or
I'm
just
saying
all around?
projecting forward. I mean,
Oh,
projecting
man.
forward, they're
Not
it's
this season.
close. It's I don't think they're
I'm selling
I
that.
don't think they're there
All
yet.
right, here we go, Alex.
Okay.
I'll do it. Sell. Sell now. I'm selling now. But next season, come back to me with that offer because I'm very interested in what you're selling me because they have a lot of talent there. They have a lot of talent. It's not the season now, but next season, oh boy, the tides might be changing. They might be changing, Alex. Next statement I want to give you
And
though.
this was the
Yeah.
this was also just to wrap up that
Yeah.
statement there. I think it's a smart move on your part, but this is also a team that spent every single draft pick this year on the defensive side.
I like
So
that. I like that.
with a year left of seasoning, a year more of draft picks that they can maybe help fix the offensive line and
Mm-hmm.
maybe get him another weapon in the on the outside there. This team's good, man. But okay,
They're good.
moving on.
Staying in the NFC South though, no NFC heavy South show, but we got to talk about them. The next statement: buy or sell. The Falcons are the best last place team in the league. And to give you some context, in all the other divisions, the last place teams are the Jets, the Bengals, the Jaguars, Chargers, Giants, Vikings, and the 49ers.
Are we talking on paper or are we talking actual real football
We
games here?
talking neutral site. They go against any of these teams. So the Falcons, neutral site, round robin between all these
Okay.
teams. Who's the best one out of them?
I, I, I sell this. I think they're the third best team. I think the Chargers and the Vikings are both better than them. Both, I mean, the big separators here are the defensive side. The
Mm-hmm.
Falcons are hopeless on that side. I mean, they have a defensive head coach for the last 6 years, and they've never had a good defense in that
Well,
whole
hold them.
span.
Now their
Really
defensive
concerning,
coordinator
but
is taking over the head coaching position. Big things are
yeah,
changing.
Raheem Morris is not gonna. He's not been a world beater at all himself either. So there's a reason he's had 4 defensive coordinator positions over the last 6 years.
Not good.
The Vikings and the Chargers are both better than the Falcons, so I sell that statement 10 times out of 10.
10 times out of 10. That is very fair. All right, here we go. Talking about the Chargers now. We've had some high praise for Justin Herbert. The next statement: buy or sell. Justin Herbert will be the best quarterback in Chargers franchise history, with his competition being between Dan Fouts and Philip Rivers, not including Drew Brees because he didn't do anything with it. He didn't do much with them.
Yeah, and we're talking just Chargers here. I mean, the Chargers have had a great past of having quarterbacks for a long period of time, and I think the common trend of all those guys is that they never they never really amounted to any postseason success. But
Mm-hmm.
Dan Fouts won a Super Bowl, I think.
Yeah.
But I think that's tough to say right now. I think Dan Fouts is clearly the best out of that group. I think Philip has the stats, obviously, but
Mm-hmm.
being the fact that, and this is probably also tainted by the noodle arm that we're seeing now, but and Dan Fouts has been in our lives as a broadcaster, at least me and your generation. So I feel like Dan Fouts still has that aura around him where, we're like, oh my gosh, he's on TV. He must have been a great quarterback and won a Super Bowl. So I'll still give that to Dan Fouts, but Justin Herbert, I think, is going to be – he's going to have more postseason success than Phillip Rivers. I mean, I don't know if that's a crazy statement there, but
whoa, Alex, you need to chill with those statements, man. Jeez.
They made the AFC Championship game, didn't they?
Yeah. I really like this. Dan Fouts, looking through his career, amazing. I mean, career he was a offensive player of the year in '82 when he was on that team. He had career highs in '81. He had plenty of numbers. I mean, if you want to look at his resume, Chargers Hall of Fame, 1980s All Decade.
How long did he play?
He was on the Chargers from '73 to '87, so he had a solid season. A couple
15 years, jeez.
4-time passing yards leader, 2 times touchdowns leader. He was offensive player of the year, like I said, AFC player of the year, 6-time Pro Bowler. Made the All Pro. So a lot of stats for him.
I think I'll give it to him.
He has a big resume, but at the same time, I'm buying the hell out of this. That Justin Herbert stock?
Wow.
It's going up right now, but before it gets too high, I'm buying as much as I can right now. I'm buying as many shares as I could afford because that stock is going to skyrocket this season. It's going to skyrocket.
Somebody clip that.
Clip that. Hey, it's going to be clipped now anyway. It's going to be clipped now. This is going to be on the internet forever. At Old Takes Exposed, I don't even care because I'm going to be right. Justin Herbert will be the best Chargers quarterback in franchise history, and I have no doubt in my mind about that statement. No doubt.
Wow. Somebody tell Dan Fouts that.
Hey, Dan Fouts, if you want to actually talk to me, let's just get recording. We'll call that in an interview, and we'll put that on the YouTube and, Spotify and Apple Podcasts or Anchor.
I think he actually does listen to this, so.
Why wouldn't you?
Sorry. Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan. I appreciate you, man.
This is how he does his prep for next week. He just listens to our recaps, and he's got all the info.
I don't blame him. If you're not, you should be. Final statement this week, buy or sell. We talked about this a little earlier when we were talking about the Cowboys, but I want to give you the statement. Mike McCarthy's job was saved by Dak being out for the season.
So I buy the statement first off, and this is the same kind of dynamic that I spoke about earlier with myself. Me and Mike McCarthy are in a similar situation where we put a whole bunch of stock into this Cowboys team this year. We loved this team on paper.
You did?
We thought they were going to be incredible. And now that Dak's gone, and the fact that it was Dak too makes it so much better because no one can ever get mad at you about any sort of Cowboys take anymore because it's Dak. Dak's the lifeblood of that team. Their ceiling now is obviously a lot lower, but the fact that we now get a free pass on our takes in his head coaching first year,
that's so BS. I hate you so much for that. I hate you so much for that. I swear.
It's all right. I mean, the Cowboys, I think they would have ripped off like 8 straight if Dak didn't get hurt.
I want to take this. I talked about this last week.
I don't have to get kept to that.
No, you don't because you're a bastard. But I talked about this last week in our previous NFL weekly recap. I was saying that Mike McCarthy is now the next guy on the hot seat of NFL coaches, and he probably, if they can get this up, I was going to be calling for his job. I was going to be calling for him to be fired. Now, I agree. I am buying this statement as well. His job this season was saved because now he can go to the almighty overlord Jerry Jones up there in his. I think he was going back to the draft. He was drafting from his yacht, looking like an Austin Powers villain. He can take a little boat. He can be taken by his armed guards. Had the bag put over his head, taken out to his yacht's secret location. Be placed in front of Jerry Jones in his office where he has a couple of Rottweilers next to him, chained up with a nice spiky collar. All in between them though, we have the pool of we have the tank of sharks, of course, as every bad guy has to have on their yacht.
Did you have a dream about this or something? This seems to be very
No,
detailed.
it's coming out the top of my head because I'm just a creative genius. And then we sit Mike McCarthy in his extra wide chair because he has a bit of a gut, of course. And Jerry Jones questions him, hey Mike, why'd you suck this year? Was it on you? No, he's like, no, Mr. Jerry. This is all on Dak Prescott. See, if I had Dak Prescott, we would have won every game after that. Okay, so you should keep me on. You pay me for next season. Don't fire me, and don't throw me into the pool of sharks. I'm buying this because
And guess
his career was
and
safe.
guess what, Jerry? We won the division. We won the
We
division
won the
still,
division.
Jerry. How can you get mad at that?
Hey,
We had a home playoff game. We packed the house.
Didn't you guys go 9-7? No. We won the division. We got you another division title. So don't worry about that.
We're a top 4 seed.
Oh, it's so bad. Hey, Hollywood,
That's
hit
how
me
it's
up.
gonna go. We already know it's how it's gonna go.
It's 7-9
It's
and with the
screenwriting.
division, or it's just embarrassing at this point. But that.